What would you do if your best friend spread rumors to destroy you? I'm Alex, and I'm 25, and I've been living this nightmare for 3 months now. My so-called best friend Lisa, the one who used to share midnight ice cream and boy drama with me, decided to turn my life into her personal entertainment by spreading lies about me all over Instagram here in Seattle. But here's the thing about being betrayed by someone you trusted with your deepest secrets. It doesn't just hurt, it transforms you. And after what happened with my inheritance-stealing uncle last episode, I learned something crucial. Sometimes you need to fight fire with fire. Lisa thought she could destroy me with whispers and screenshots. She thought I'd just curl up and disappear. But she was wrong. Dead wrong. Because I had a plan, a fake account, and 3 months of pure determination fueling me. This isn't just about revenge anymore. This is about justice. This is about showing the world who Lisa really is behind that perfect smile and curated Instagram feed. And honestly, after what I learned about manipulation tactics from dealing with Uncle Robert, I knew exactly how to make her confess everything herself. I'm Alex, and I will expose her, every single lie. You know that feeling when you think you know someone completely? When you shared everything, your worst fears, your biggest dreams, even your most embarrassing moments. That was Lisa and me. For 3 years, we were inseparable. We met at Pike Place Market during a rainy Seattle afternoon. Typical, right? She was arguing with a vendor about overpriced flowers, and I jumped in to help her negotiate. We ended up laughing so hard at our joint failure that we grabbed coffee and talked for 4 hours straight. That was Lisa. Bold, funny, and seemingly loyal to the core. Our friendship was built on those little coffee shop moments. Every Tuesday at Victrola on Capitol Hill, we'd claim the corner table by the window. She'd order her usual oat milk cortado, I'd get my vanilla latte, and we'd dissect everything. Work drama, dating disasters, family issues. I told her about my freelance advertising struggles, how hard it was to build credibility in this competitive market. She shared her insecurities about her marketing job, how she felt overlooked and undervalued. I thought we were building something real, something lasting. The first crack appeared 3 months ago. I noticed Lisa getting distant, canceling our coffee dates, responding to my texts with one-word answers. I figured she was going through something and gave her space. Big mistake. Then, my phone started buzzing with concerned messages from mutual friends. Hey, is everything okay? I saw what Lisa posted about you. Girl, you need to see this. My hands were shaking as I opened Instagram. There it was, a carefully crafted post about toxic friends and people who use others for connections. No names mentioned, but the details were specific enough that everyone in our circle knew exactly who she was talking about. Me. But that was just the beginning. Over the next week, the Whisper campaign intensified. Screenshots of our private conversations, taken out of context, started circulating through our social circle. My professional reputation, which I'd spent years carefully building as a freelancer, began crumbling. The breaking point came when I lost a major client. They'd heard the rumors. They questioned my integrity. 3 years of trust building, gone. Sitting in that same coffee shop where Lisa and I used to share our dreams, I made a decision. I pulled out my phone and started researching. If Lisa wanted to play games with social media and manipulation, she'd picked the wrong target. After dealing with Uncle Robert's inheritance scheme, I'd learned that sometimes the best defense is a strategic offense. I was going to create a fake account. I was going to befriend her, and I was going to make her confess everything herself. Creating a fake Instagram account isn't as simple as it sounds, especially when your target is someone who knows you as well as Lisa knew me. I spent hours crafting the perfect persona. Maya Rodriguez, a 24-year-old marketing coordinator from Portland, close enough to seem relatable to Lisa, far enough to avoid suspicion. I studied Lisa's followers, her engagement patterns, the type of content she responded to. Maya needed to be someone Lisa would want as a friend, someone who would stroke her ego and make her feel important. I created a convincing backstory. Recent college graduate, struggling with workplace politics, looking for mentorship from successful women in marketing. The profile picture was crucial. I found stock photos of a professional-looking Latina woman, used photo editing software to make them look more casual and Instagram-ready. Maya's feed was carefully curated. Motivational quotes, workplace struggles, coffee shop aesthetics, everything designed to appeal to Lisa's sense of superiority and her need to give advice. It took 2 weeks of careful preparation. I even created fake conversations with friends in Maya's comments to make the account look authentic. Every detail mattered because I knew Lisa would investigate if something felt off.
The first contact was perfect. Maya commented on one of Lisa's posts about workplace challenges. OMG, I'm dealing with the exact same thing. Your content always makes me feel less alone in the struggle. Any advice for a newbie in marketing? Lisa's response came within an hour. She loved playing the mentor, especially to someone who publicly praised her expertise. Within days, they were DMing regularly. Maya shared carefully crafted struggles that made Lisa feel wise and important. Lisa, starved for validation after losing our friendship, ate it up. But here's what Lisa didn't know. Every conversation was being screenshotted. Every confession, every mean comment about me, every moment where her mask slipped. Maya asked all the right questions. Have you ever had to deal with toxic friends? How do you handle people who try to use you? And Lisa, feeling safe with her new admirer, spilled everything. She bragged about how she'd exposed me to our friend group. She laughed about how easy it was to turn people against me. She even admitted to fabricating some of the worst stories. I had her. Every word, documented and saved. But Lisa wasn't as naive as I'd hoped. By week 3 of our Maya friendship, she started asking probing questions. Maya was getting too interested in that Alex situation. Lisa's suspicious nature, the same trait that had made her good at sniffing out other people's secrets, was now working against me. Then came the counterattack I never saw coming. Lisa started a new whisper campaign, this time claiming I was stalking her and creating fake accounts to harass her. She had no proof, but she didn't need it. The court of public opinion doesn't require evidence, just compelling storytelling. My friend group, already turned against me by Lisa's previous lies, began looking at me with a mixture of pity and disgust. Alex is losing it, I heard someone whisper at a party I wasn't supposed to be invited to. Lisa says she's been getting creepy messages from fake accounts. For a moment, I panicked. My plan was backfiring spectacularly. Not only was I failing to expose Lisa, but I was giving her more ammunition to use against me. The isolation became overwhelming. Seattle, usually vibrant and full of life, felt gray and hostile. But then I remembered something crucial from my experience with Uncle Robert. Sometimes the best defense is doubling down on the offense, but smarter. The breakthrough came when Maya suggested a video call. "I'd love to actually talk face to face," Maya wrote. "I feel like we have such a connection through messages, but I want to really get to know you." Lisa, still basking in Maya's admiration and wanting to cement this new friendship, agreed immediately. She probably thought a video call would prove Maya was real and put her suspicions to rest. What Lisa didn't anticipate was that I'd use this opportunity to get her to recreate her confession on camera. During the call, with screen recording software running, Maya brought up the Alex situation again, asking for more details about how to handle toxic people like me. And Lisa, comfortable and trusting with her video on, gave me the performance of a lifetime. She reenacted her strategy for turning people against me, complete with examples of the lies she'd told and her reasoning behind each one. She was so proud of her manipulation skills that she couldn't help but show off. She even demonstrated how she'd taken our private conversations out of context, pulling up her phone to show Maya the original messages versus what she'd shared with others. She was essentially giving me a masterclass in her own deception. 47 minutes of pure, unfiltered confession. All recorded, all admissible in the court of public opinion. I had everything I needed. The question now was, how to use it.
The beauty of social media revenge is its permanence. Once something goes viral, it lives forever. And I was about to give Lisa a masterclass in viral content creation. I didn't rush. Instead, I spent 3 days crafting the perfect expose post. The video was edited down to the most damning clips. Lisa laughing about destroying my reputation, demonstrating how she manipulated our conversations, admitting to fabricating stories. I added context with screenshots of her original lies alongside the evidence of their falsification. But the real stroke of genius was the presentation. Instead of posting it as an angry rant, I framed it as a lessons learned story about friendship and digital manipulation. The tone was more disappointed than vindictive, more educational than accusatory. This wasn't about me being petty, this was about protecting others from a master manipulator. I posted it on a Thursday morning at 9 a.m., prime engagement time. The caption read, "3 months ago, someone I trusted destroyed my reputation with carefully crafted lies. I want to share this not for revenge, but so others can recognize these manipulation tactics. Sometimes the people closest to us cause the deepest wounds." Within an hour, my phone was exploding with comments, shares, direct messages of support. People weren't just sympathizing, they were angry on my behalf. Lisa's friends, the same ones who had turned against me, were now seeing the truth in undeniable clarity. But the real validation came when my lost client reached out. "Alex, we owe you an apology. We had no idea the situation was so complex. Would you like to discuss resuming our project?" The domino effect was swift and brutal. Lisa's own Instagram comment section became a battlefield. People who had believed her lies were demanding explanations. Screenshots of her confession video were being shared across multiple platforms. Her carefully curated online presence was crumbling in real time. I watched it all unfold from that same coffee shop on Capitol Hill where our friendship had started. It felt poetic, sitting there with my vanilla latte, watching justice serve itself through the power of truth and social media. Then, at 2:47 p.m., my phone buzzed with a notification that made it all worth it. Lisa had posted a public apology. "I need to address some recent events and take full responsibility for my actions. I spread false information about someone I cared about, and I manipulated situations to make myself look better. There's no excuse for what I did. Alex, I'm truly sorry. To everyone else, please stop sharing the video. I've learned my lesson." Too little, too late, but satisfying nonetheless. The coffee shop around me buzzed with afternoon energy, students typing on laptops, business meetings over espresso, the comforting ritual of Seattle coffee culture continuing unchanged. But for me, everything had shifted. I wasn't the same person who had sat in that corner 3 months ago, devastated and confused. I was stronger, wiser, and significantly less trusting. Sitting here now, watching Lisa's world crumble through the same social media platforms she used to destroy mine, I should feel pure satisfaction. And part of me does. But there's something else too, a hollowness that victory can't quite fill. The truth is, revenge is complicated. It's not the clean, satisfying resolution you see in movies. When you've been hurt by someone you loved, getting even doesn't erase the pain of betrayal. It just adds a different kind of weight to your chest. I keep thinking about the Lisa I used to know, The one who stayed up until 3 a.m. helping me brainstorm campaign ideas for difficult clients. The one who brought me soup when I was sick. The one who celebrated every small victory in my freelance career like it was her own success. Was that person ever real? Or was I always just another pawn in her need for control and validation? Maybe the most painful realization isn't that she betrayed me, but that I never really knew her at all. After my experience with Uncle Robert trying to steal my inheritance, I thought I'd learned to spot manipulation. I thought I'd built better boundaries, developed sharper instincts. But Lisa's betrayal cut deeper because it came wrapped in 3 years of shared memories and genuine affection, or what I thought was genuine. The revenge gave me back my reputation and my professional credibility. It showed our mutual friends who Lisa really was behind her carefully constructed persona. It gave me a sense of agency after months of feeling powerless, but it didn't give me back my ability to trust easily. And I'm not sure that's entirely a bad thing. Here's what I learned. Sometimes fighting fire with fire is necessary, but it changes you in the process. I'm not the same Alex who blindly trusted her best friend with her deepest secrets. I'm more careful now, more strategic, more willing to document conversations and verify claims. Some might call it cynical. I call it survival. The hardest part isn't the revenge. It's figuring out how to build new relationships when your faith in human nature has been shattered. How do you let people in when you've seen how easily intimacy can be weaponized? How do you share vulnerabilities when you know they might become ammunition? But maybe, just maybe, there's strength in that caution. Like I learned from dealing with Uncle Robert, sometimes choosing forgiveness after achieving justice is the real path to freedom. I chose to forgive my uncle after exposing his scheme, not for his sake, but for mine. With Lisa, I'm still working on it. The victory is sweet, but the real question remains, will I ever truly trust a friend again? Have you ever been falsely accused by a best friend? Share your story in the comments. I'd love to hear how you handled it. If you're dealing with a manipulative friend or facing false accusations, let me share what actually works, because I learned these lessons the hard way. First, document everything. Screenshots, saved voicemails, dated notes of conversations. I know it feels paranoid to record interactions with people you care about, but when someone decides to gaslight you, contemporary evidence is your best defense. Lisa counted on me not having proof of her lies. She was wrong. Second, create a fake social media persona carefully if you're going to do it at all. Study your target's engagement patterns, their interests, their ego triggers. Maya worked because she was designed specifically to appeal to Lisa's need for validation and superiority. Generic fake accounts get spotted immediately. Third, patience is everything. I wanted to expose Lisa immediately after discovering her lies, but rushing would have backfired. Taking 3 months to build Maya's relationship with Lisa, gathering comprehensive evidence, and crafting the perfect expose post, that's what made the difference between looking petty and looking professional. Fourth, frame your revenge as education, not retaliation. My viral post wasn't titled "Lisa is a manipulative liar." It was positioned as a cautionary tale about digital manipulation tactics. This approach gets you sympathy instead of judgment, shares instead of eye rolls. Most importantly, be prepared for the emotional aftermath. Revenge doesn't heal betrayal trauma. It just gives you back some sense of control. The real work of rebuilding your life and your ability to trust happens after the victory lap ends. Justice isn't always pretty, and it's rarely simple, but sometimes it's necessary. The key is knowing when you've achieved enough justice to let go and move forward. Choose your battles wisely, but when you choose to fight, fight smart.